everyone and welcome to another episode of Stenden TV magazine. My name is Karim and I am your host for this episode. The topics of today are electronic music in Leeuwarden, Pink Film Days, a MEM student who work in television, the party of Enactus and virtual reality. Whether house, deep house or techno, Leeuwarden's nightlife offers more and more electronic music events. Stenden magazine undertook a journey through Leeuwarden's electronic music scene and talked to various DJs to find out where this boom comes from. Let's see what we discovered.
Young and uprising is the deep house and techno scene in Leeuwarden. But why now and why here? Who's responsible for the techno boom? Why is it getting more and more attractive and what is the future going to be like? These are the answers we are looking for. Therefore we go to the roots where it all started with Influenza. We continue our journey with Hemingway's Residential Nocturne and conclude with the newcomer's Amazing Model.
At the beginning it was really hard.
It's definitely growing.
Okay.
But in which direction? I don't know.
Feedback was amazing.
I think it's you really feel the growing since 4 years.
Oh, okay.
The first year of Influenza there was nothing else like it, and then after 1 year some other events came also with tech house techno, and then you really it felt like it's growing, it's more and more. And maybe the people need after a while a bit harder stuff.
That people in Leeuwarden are much more stubborn and much more easygoing or so, and therefore quite hard to reach something with just music or with events. And that's something what really differs. They have a very Leeuwarden and also the inhabitants of Friesland have a very strong opinion of what their beliefs and what they like, which is sometimes hard to reach.
I think what makes Amazing Mono so special is that we kind of combined a lot of different music types, which people might don't think go together as well as they actually do.
I think it will grow, and we hopefully will have more and more electronic music established here in the city of Leeuwarden.
It looks like Leeuwarden's electronic music scene is not done yet. There's more to come. Because if you listen to these people, you can hear their passion.
Everything is possible with this kind of music because it's also so experimental and free of boundaries.
It just fascinates me how many varieties of sound and music you can create.
Well, I think that the huge space for interpretation and its variety just inspires and gives like an artist like me the opportunity to play the music I like. The
important thing for me is the positive vibe on a party, and I think that the deep house tunes provide us all with a good vibe.
For me is that I just like music in general, all kinds of music, but house in general, specifically house, is because it's dynamic and it sounds more made by humans than other kinds of genres, and it's, I think, much more interesting and flowing than all the other genres.
Now I'm very happy to welcome Imrit Frieso of the DJ duo Second Floor Grocery Store, who are also part of Leeuwarden's electronic music scene. He will also be my co-host today, and now we will talk about the different genres of electronic music. Hi Imrit.
Thank you. Hi Karim.
Hi, great that you're here, and awesome that you are going to co-host with me today. So we're going to talk about electronic music. So what do you think about the upcoming in Leeuwarden of it?
Yeah, I love it. I remember a few years ago when the techno and deep house scene in Leeuwarden was much more...
Very underground.
Yes,
yeah.
And I think with the upcoming festivals like Promised Land, they host techno and deep house stages.
Influenza, of course.
Yes, Influenza, yeah. Nocturne, Innover,
yeah.
Concert by the Gloppen.
Yeah.
yeah, but looking at that, you see that deep house and techno is growing,
Yeah.
and I
And
love
also
it.
for you, because you are also you began, I think, some time ago, and now you're busy. I think you're every Monday in the Bastille.
Yes.
And so let's get down to business, because we are talking about music. So, well, could you tell us what you want to let us hear today? First, the difference maybe between what is techno and deep house, and what is going on right now.
Yeah, not many people know the difference between techno and deep house. And in my opinion, techno is a little bit harder and a little bit darker than deep house.
Yeah.
And it could be a little bit faster, but it depends on the track.
Yeah.
So this is one track by a producer I love, it's Jeff Mills.
Okay.
It's one of the better ones, I think. And the track is called The Bells, and it's
The Bells.
The Bells, and it's a really hardcore techno track.
Okay, so that's really okay. Well, just let it hear. So this is well, this is really pretty rough, right?
Pretty fast. Let me fast forward it a bit. It sounds really industrial, underground.
Yeah.
Let me pause it. And if you compare it to deep house, which is this one,
Yeah.
sounds more.
It has more groove.
It has more groove, jazzy influences.
Yeah. So okay.
And I think I'm more a deep house listener, but at a party or an underground event, I love techno. And that's why I love Leeuwarden and the music scene, because it's both really upcoming.
And did you actually, do you produce songs of your own?
Yes, with my friend Cas, who couldn't be here, we produce all kinds of genres like hip hop, deep house, and techno.
Okay. Do you have anything new that you can?
Yes, we published a track 3 days ago, and it goes like this.
Okay.
I will fast forward it a bit. It's a remix on Lee and Vinyl, deep house producer we both love.
Yeah.
And yeah, he had a track, and it was not that hard and deep and danceable.
Yeah.
So we edited it, and now it's it's more danceable.
Okay.
And a little bit more funky than it used to be.
It sounds very rhythmical and groove. Well, will there be some vocals in it later on, or will you?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
So it's still a work in progress, but
yes, it's
a great time.
Work in progress.
All right. Thank you, Imgert, for this lesson in electronic music. The second topic of our broadcast is the Pink Film Days in Amsterdam. This festival includes a collection of a diversity of movies and documentaries from 32 different countries that appeal to the lesbian, gay, bi and transsexual communities. We went out to see how people reacted to homosexuality in movies.
Hello everyone, it's the time of the year again, and the Pink Film Days will take place from the 12th until the 22nd of March in Amsterdam. The tolerance towards homo, bi and transsexuality in public television got better, and we are here in Leeuwarden to check on people's reaction towards a homosexual couple kissing. Let's get this started. Okay, so as you can think, we are filming on reactions towards homosexuality in public television. What do you think about it?
I don't mind. If they're gay, it's their thing. Yeah.
It's fine with you?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Like, would you watch a gay movie voluntary in your free time? No.
No.
Okay, and what about you?
Well, I wouldn't switch it off either. I mean, if it's a good story, then I don't mind. But yeah, I have no problem with it whatsoever. No.
There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's okay. They have feelings too, and I don't mind.
So those were the reactions of the younger generation at the Stenden University. Now we're in the city center, and we're going to see what the people here have to say about it. And I want to ask you, what do you think about homosexual couples in public television? Do you feel affected by it, or don't you care, or?
I think it's beautiful when people love each other.
Yeah.
No matter what sex you are. So.
Okay.
For me it's okay.
Yeah, doet u.
Okay, thank you very much.
Look, me, I'm a Christian. I belong to Jesus, you know. For me, the homosexuality is not for me.
If it is a boy, a man or a woman, or two men or two women, when it's it feels good, then I think it's the same.
But because here is the democracy, everybody can do everything what they like. Of not. We are in democracy line where everybody can do what they like.
Well, wasn't that interesting? It seems like the acceptance towards homosexuality in public television is much better than in former days. We look forward to the Pink Film Days and are excited to hear what Elge Abing has to say about the evolution of homosexuality in public television. Thank you for watching.
Here I am in the studio with the MEM teacher Elge Abing, who has a broad knowledge of the movie sector. Thank you for coming, Elge.
It's very nice to be here.
So, what did you think about the item?
I thought it was really interesting, and it's actually really nice to see those reactions. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, especially the Christian guy. He belongs to Jesus. My question to you is: can you tell us a little about the evolution of homosexuality in film?
Yeah, it's a really broad topic, and it's really difficult to really narrow this down to a very particular thing. But the key thing to keep in mind is that we're mostly influenced by the American culture. Most films and television we see comes from America. So what you have to really keep in mind when you ask this question is you need to look at American history.
Okay.
And in American film history in relation to homosexuality, what's really key is the so-called production code, or it's also known as the Hays Code, which was a set of regulations that was implemented in the 1930s until the 1960s, which prohibited a lot of things. It prohibited lots of violence, but also it was against a lot of sexual content. So, for example, it was illegal to show a man and woman in bed together. Okay. Let alone showing anything that had anything to do with homosexuality. Yeah. And in fact, it was illegal to show anything but negative things about homosexuality. So it was okay to show homosexuals as criminals, being physically arrested by the police, being involved in criminal activity. Yeah. And literally nothing else was allowed until 1960s to be shown.
And what happened that it did actually change?
I think it really had to do with cultural changes that happened around that time, the early 60s. Things were beginning to change. I think it's also not so much people in Hollywood or people in the media industry in general who are against homosexuality, or people in the media in Hollywood, but also here in the Netherlands, tend to be fairly liberal and progressive, but from outside the media industry tends to be strict regulation, what can and cannot be shown. Religious groups had much more influence up until the 1960s at least. But also in terms of what you can show. It's often too complicated to show homosexuality as something normal.
And do you think Pink Film Days or other festivals like that contribute to the whole issue?
Absolutely, yes, I think so. I think the more these issues are discussed, the more visible they are, the better. Because that's the thing. I think with the consequence of censorship, like the Hays Code, which thankfully no longer exists, you're pretending it doesn't exist. That is not there.
No.
So I could imagine as a gay person, you would feel as if you don't exist, that your kind of love, your kind of relationship is a non-issue, and you cannot identify with anything. So I think things like the Pink Film Days...
you think it's important?
I think it's very important. I think it's just as important as gay pride things. I think it contributes huge to gay emancipation.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll visit it one day in Gut.
Let's go.
Let's go.
There were I saw some really nice films on the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sounds great. Thank you for coming, Elge.
You're very welcome.
Okay, the earlier MEM students are involved in the media industry, the better they can have an insight into the real world. We will now hear a successful story of media and entertainment student who started her media career already during her studies.
MEM students learn how to make media productions, but does it apply to the real world? We reached out to one of the students who actually got a job in the media industry during her studies. Now we will have a look into her profession. Alright, now we're here with Chalina and we'll ask her some questions. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. I'm Chalina Nijholt, I'm 20 years old and I'm second year's MEM student as well. And besides school, I'm being a presenter and part of production teams of films.
That sounds really interesting. Well, you said you are a MEM student, and how does MEM benefit your job?
Well, to be honest, I learned most on the set and by just being really practical and just doing it. But MEM, of course, like gives you insights of the industry that can be like really useful. For instance, the module that you are doing now, AV, was quite helpful for me because you get the basics of presenting and of how television works. But like most is used just to go out of the school and do it at work and try and practice there.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of time that you spend with your job. How do you combine MEM and your job?
Yeah, sometimes it's like really crazy and really difficult, but I really have to just plan my time wisely.
Would you like to take us on a little tour where the magic happens?
Well, that's possible, yeah. Like, fun thing is that tonight we have a tryout for the very first time in our studio. You can come with and I can show you around.
We now arrived at Omroep Zuidwest and we'll meet Chalina later on inside. Okay, now we're here in the studio with Chalina and all the crew members around us. They are setting up the show for tonight. How did it all start with Omroep Zuidwest?
It started like approximately 1.5 years ago, but now it's really going more professional. So we are now in the new studio and tonight is our first tryout. So this is actually the first time that we are here and we are going to have our very first live show today.
So tell us, you are always so confident and relaxed in your videos. How do you do it? Are you nervous before each show?
Well, to be honest, like at the beginning, the very first episodes, I was really nervous. But after a while, you get used to it. And for instance, now when I have to present something, I have a bit of nerves before the start. But when like the cameras goes on, it's just a matter of like going and yeah, enjoying it basically.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun here in the studio. Is that job here at the broadcasting company what you love the most and would like to do it in the future as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this a lot, and especially this company is really good because you can really develop well and they give you so many chances and opportunities. And for instance, I'm now presenter, but if I am interested in doing camera work, that's also fine. And I'm also probably with the studio broadcasting is going to be director and stuff. So there are a lot of possibilities and that makes it really, really exciting.
Wow, that sounds so great.
Yeah, I'll go back to work and...
Hey, we don't want to keep you away.
No, thank you. Good luck with everything and yeah, see you around probably.
Okay, now we go back to the studio where another guest is waiting.
From a successful MEM student working in the TV industry to another MEM student who shares her passion for singing in recordings on Facebook, welcome to our guest Maren Andersek. Hi.
Hi.
Do I pronounce it correctly, Maren Andersek?
Yes,
yeah. Okay, so what brought you to actually publish your music videos on Facebook?
Well, in the first place, of course, I'm proud of what I'm doing, and if you're proud of something, you want to share it. Yeah. If you share it, you get feedback for it, so people come to you and say like, oh, you could do that better, and then you do things you actually never thought of. And of course, you get together with people and then you can sing together, you can make music together. Of course, people say like, oh yeah, there's this gig and there's this open mic, do you want to come there? And yeah.
Okay, so it's your way of building a network, maybe?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah. And so do you just put it on Facebook or YouTube as well?
Well, I started YouTube several years ago, and but I think I was too young, because if you do something with YouTube, it's really like a job, and you really need to focus on it, and you need to upload videos regularly, and you need to like deal with all those comments, because it's on the internet, everybody can see it, and it's a lot of fun, but you really need to be sure about it, and you really need to focus on it.
Do you agree, Imre? Because you are also familiar a lot with YouTube.
Yes, I agree. I uploaded music to my YouTube channel a few years ago, but it was horrible, and the comments were not that great.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you just
you
quit.
I agree.
You went and quit.
Yeah, I quitted YouTube.
Okay, and what were some great experiences that you have on Facebook? Just you had some great reactions, or did anything?
I think the best happenings were that people asked me to play at weddings or birthdays, and that I really had some concerts as well. And
concerts even.
Yeah, and I was playing in a band, and so people got to know me and my band as well, and then we played at concerts.
And is it your ambition to actually use it for a record label? Because we all, of course, know, I know, but I forgot the name, who's with Justin Timberlake. She put this Dutch girl.
Esme Denters.
Esme Denters.
Oh, yeah.
She went on YouTube, she went on Facebook, and she went to Oprah, and she went global, as we could say. So, do you think that would be still possible, or do you think that she was the first one to do it?
Well, I think everything is possible. YouTube is a big thing, and if you really start it, and if you really put passion into it, and if you're really focusing on it, then I think it's possible.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of luck belonging to it, but everything is possible.
Yeah, but then the question that I have is why do you both think that she is the person that went to America? Because there are a lot of girls singing on YouTube, singing on Facebook, and well, I still don't think Esme Denters is like that much of, you know, a bigger talent than there. So why was it such a success, do you think?
I think there's also a lot of personality and a lot of, you know, every person is special, so maybe this person who found her on YouTube thought, well, she is it, and some people still think, well, I don't like her, or like what she's doing, I don't like it. So that's the thing, you just need to go out there and share your music, and then you see what happens.
So what advice can you give to students who also who are maybe watching and also have a certain talent? Maybe singing, maybe acting, maybe something else.
Well,
juggling, I don't know.
Go out. Yeah, sorry.
And go out. Just go on. Your advice.
Go out there and share it. Like, for example, today Hemingway Unplugged.
Hemingway Unplugged.
Yeah, you should just do it. Like, even if you're afraid of something, you should just do it and share your music.
Are you on YouTube, Imre?
Not anymore.
Okay.
But I'm on SoundCloud.
You are on SoundCloud. Okay. So, and we can find you on Facebook. So, what is your Facebook page?
Well, it's my personal page, but I will let you know if I have my YouTube page again.
Thank you very much for coming today, and good luck with your music career. When raising funds for charity, you can think of several things. Enact the Stenden thought of throwing a party to raise awareness for their project. Let's see how that went.
Today I stand from Stenden to draw your attention to Enactus. Enactus is a non-profit organization here at Stenden. They try to raise money for charity. They just started a new project called Y1415 Miles. This project is all about children in Belarus who are still affected by the Chernobyl disaster. Tonight they're going to organize a party in Hemingway to draw attention to this. Let's see how things are going over there. At this moment I'm standing in front of Hemingway, where the party is going on. We want to know people's opinion about this party, so let's have a look inside.
Hello everyone, I'm Kim. I'm the Vice President of Enactus Stenden Leeuwarden and also the project leader of 1055 Miles.
Can you explain us a little bit what the project is all about?
Yes, of course. The project is basically about enabling children from Belarus to come here in terms of recovery for 3 weeks. Well, I really hope that a lot of people will come and that we will be able to raise a lot of money because we still need money for the transport of the children and also for the insurance and the activities that we have planned for them.
Can you maybe explain what you're doing for this project?
I'm responsible for the host families, so I will take care that all children will find a family they can live with.
And I'm responsible for the sponsor relations, so I'm actually trying to find possibilities to raise money.
I think it's a really good cause. It's very important, and I think that it's meaningful and should be
like there should be more attention drawn to it, and I think it's a great way to like raise awareness.
The people there need support from people like we are, and I think it's a good thing to help. And if I can drink for help, hey, why not?
I think it's good, you know, because not a lot of people actually do stuff to like help the less privileged. So I think, like, you know, what you can do to help the less privileged is pretty good.
I think it's fine, you know, like a lot of people in Europe live a lot better than those in Belarus. And if you can give a bit more just to have a good time, why not? You know, it's your life. You can do something else for somebody, you feel better for yourself, you know. Now that I know it, I feel a lot better coming to here, and I can have an even better time.
How do you like the party so far?
It's amazing. I expected less people, but now it's crowded and everybody's having fun, so I'm really proud of the party.
Well, this was the end of the evening. Actually, a lot of people knew about Inactus and about the project, which was really good. With this video, we hope to raise more awareness for the project and for Inactus itself. So Kareem, back to you.
In the studio we have Edwin Tares, who is an HRM teacher from Stenden University, to tell you more about how to get involved in charity. Edwin, hi. Very nice that you could make time to be here with us. I understand that you are very active in charity work.
Yeah, I could say I'm still active. I used to be an aid worker in several places in South Sudan doing humanitarian work.
Okay.
Working for MSF France.
And it was like long, like marathons, a lot of miles.
Yeah, it was in South Sudan during the war, Operation
okay.
Live Life South Sudan. And we used to help in activities for reduction on malnutrition and helping in hunger situation in South Sudan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I can imagine that it would be quite difficult and maybe even a little bit dangerous to walk in South Sudan.
Yeah, it depends on your calling. If you want to face all those environments which are volatile, you work in areas where there is war, people are fighting, people are dying, children are dying because of diseases.
Yeah.
And it depends on, do you really want to be there? Do you feel like you really want to do something?
Or
it's
not.
dangerous. You have all kind of dangerous situations, some snakes, and you have to walk all around. There are no roads, you can't use vehicles, so you have to walk.
Yeah. And what was your motivation to actually really be there?
South Sudan is a border. I'm coming from Kenya, so we are neighbors, and you see a lot of refugees coming into another country, and their level of start, especially for education for children, is not there. And then you decide, is there something I can do? And if you are given a possibility through an organization, you take it because you have the urge to be part of the people who wants to do something to change the world, and that's to do something.
To do something.
Yeah.
Well, in my surroundings here, students, we don't really hear a lot about people doing for charity, and we would like to promote students to do that. And how do you think we could do that?
I think there are quite several things, especially within Stenden, where you can participate for charity work.
For especially Inactus, for example?
Especially in Inactus. Inactus, I think it's a platform where you can be part of the same like-minded people thinking about charities, thinking about things they can do as part of their development, and also to help others to do development. And in Inactus, it's where you can participate in ideas, generating ideas on something you can do within, especially in Leeuwarden, within the city, within the surrounding environment in Leeuwarden, where you can participate and do something small for the community.
Yeah.
I think this is a place where students within Stenden can join and be part of this think tank community where you can come up with new ideas to see something you can do within the society, even cleaning.
Well, I think you should be some kind of ambassador maybe to promote, because now that I would want to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I think so. Do we have a website or something where you can find out?
Yes, within the Nectars, there's a place, they have their offices, and you can pass by there, you can be a member, you can join their meetings where they discuss issues, and you can pop in and get some brochures on exactly what they are doing. Yeah, okay. It's open and they have information, especially I think also in the website for Stenden, they have where you can get information about the Nectars.
Well, it sounds great, and I'm enthusiastic, and I hope students watching will also perform charity in the future.
Yeah. And
the Oculus Rift are virtual reality goggles which represent one of the most revolutionary developments of the last years and can be used in many different ways. We visited the company in Leeuwarden which is specifically creating programs for the Oculus Rift. Let's take a look at what they are doing.
Hello everybody, my name is Jan Bruskewitz and I'm here at the office of Coolminds, a Leeuwarden-based company specialized on the development of programs for online self-management and e-coaching. Recently, Coolminds has developed into the specialist for the usage of the Oculus Rift, which is a virtual reality device. But they don't use it for video games, but give it a whole nother dimension and use it in a very different way. Now we will take a look at the office and experience what exactly they do in an interview.
Well, this is the Oculus Rift. It's the second version of the Oculus Rift, and it's what you could say is some sort of a virtual reality glasses. What you can do with this is you can enter new worlds, virtual worlds. It could be animated worlds, or it also could be 360 video graphics, movies. And once you put these glasses on your head, all that you see is this virtual reality.
What opportunities does the Oculus Rift offer for different kinds of businesses?
Oh, many. I would say that once you put on the glasses, the opportunities are endless. Yeah, and we have some already in the marketplace. For instance, the virtual days for real estate brokers. And we're selling now portals to those real estate brokers in which the sellers or the buyers can experience the houses already in the office. We're also applying virtual reality in care, in healthcare. There are a lot of people experiencing anxieties. Anxiety, for instance, going onto the streets. And so they treat it with with exposure therapy. So in exposure therapy, you have to face your fear. Yeah? And with these glasses on, we can make pictures or we can make movies in which represent this fear.
So you think it has a very good future perspective with all the different appliances in video games, television, movies, but also in therapy.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Not because we believe in it, it's because the adult industry is also believing in it. And I'm not going to show you, but there are many already made some movies, pictures, adult pictures, from the first person perspective, in which you can look around and there are many other indicators, because Facebook bought this company for $2 billion last year because they see the opportunities.
Well, thank you very much for all the information and for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anytime.
So now we can conclude that the Oculus Rift cannot only be used for video games, but is very versatile in its usage. It can, for instance, be used as a tool for therapy programs of all sorts. Coolminds presents this in an extraordinary fashion with its many different programs. Now, let's go back to the studio, where you can experience a live presentation of the Oculus Rift, provided by Coolminds.
Jan-Dirk Bijker is a partner of Cool Minds, which are experts in the usage of the Oculus Rift. He will help us to facilitate a small presentation of the Oculus Rift, and we will talk about Cool Minds' programs. So welcome, Mr. Bijker. Nice of you to be here. So, Cool Minds, what do you actually do with the Oculus Rift?
What we do.
Let's ask, what kind of programs do you have for the glasses?
And there is of course entertainment, which you're going to be showing later on. But what we use it for is for healthcare, especially those people with anxieties who are afraid of walking on the streets, for instance. We shoot videos, 360 videos, and we show them in these glasses, and this can be used then for therapy. This exposure therapy.
Okay, and could you name some examples of what people would see at the time? We have the possibility of a roller coaster, but also a...
Now what they see, when you're afraid of going on the streets, we shoot footage of going on the streets, like like on a railway station where it's very busy, or just a square, or a street. And when you're wearing the glasses, it's like you're really there. And that's what's used for therapy. They're afraid of being on the streets. And when they put on the glasses, they have the feeling they're on the street again, and they feel the anxiety as if they were on the street. And then a therapist can talk to them and
walk them through it.
And start the therapy.
And what are you going to do with me?
I'm going to put you on the chair here.
Okay.
And you're going to put on the glasses. And then start a roller coaster.
Okay, well,
it's the famous one. The famous roller coaster.
The famous roller coaster. Okay, I'm curious. I hope, I'm glad that this is the last item. Okay, so...
you put it on.
Yeah, well,
let's start it up.
Imgert, you want to join me here? Yeah? Of course. I'd like to have some people, some person close if I
hold it forward.
Fall down. Like this, yeah, and I'll put it on?
You put it on and I start a program.
Okay, here I go. Whoa. Okay. Imgert, where are you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
What do you see?
Well, now I'm seeing a blue screen. Okay. Oh, this is very strange.
How do you feel?
Oh, I'm feeling very dizzy already. It's going up. Okay. Oh,
need some water.
It's very strange because you can.
Okay, what do you see? Tell us.
I'm in a roller coaster. I see a castle. I'm everywhere. I'm getting a little bit dizzy, and I'm going up. Blue sky. I'm somewhere in. Oh my God! This is the biggest roller coaster I've ever seen in my life.
How do you feel?
I feel like I want to go home. Let's see. Well, I'm going up in a tower, and I'm already a little bit afraid of actually going down and like making turns and corners. And I hope we run out of time for this item soon. And I hope so. Do you?
I'm still here.
You're still here.
Don't be afraid.
It's very strange because it's really a long roller coaster. I don't know if you can see it, Imgert.
How's the quality of the view?
The quality of the view is okay. And oh my God, I'm going down.
Look at your knees.
Look at my knees.
Yeah.
This feels. Oh my God, this feels really strange.
How does your tummy feel?
It feels like I'm in a roller coaster, and I'm really becoming. I feel like the G-force, you know. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Do you really feel something?
I feel like I'm moving. I see I'm holding on, just to. Oh my God, I'm in the air. Oh, I'm in the air, going global.
Put it off.
Okay.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Great. Okay. That was impressive.
Yes, I see you're sweating.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This was the episode of Stenden TV Magazine for today. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again. Have a nice weekend. Bye.